Speakeasies, movie palaces, and shopping. In Libba Bray's newest book, The Diviners, Evie heads to New York City during the Roaring '20s. While there, her secret power may help catch a serial killer if he doesn't get her first. Our own Becky Anderson talks with the New York Times bestselling author in this week's edition of Authors Revealed.
Welcome to Authors Revealed. I'm Becky Anderson. I am so excited. One of my absolute favorite young adult authors is here. It's Libba Bray and her new book called The Diviners. What are you hearing from everybody? I mean, there was a lot of buzz beforehand, but all of us who get those advanced readers, but those who don't and had to wait for a real book.
I am hearing that they are getting nightmares. They're saying that you have to leave the lights on and that they're afraid of Naughty John. And so I feel like if I'm terrorizing people, my work here is done.
You did it. You did it. I mean, I there were times I had to put it down reading at night.
Yeah?
No,
Did you?
it was perfect. It was perfect. It really was.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
So I want to know, I think you've created a new sort of genre here. So I want to know what you're calling it. I did see something you call it X-Files with flappers. I like that.
X-Files with flappers, right?
Yeah.
Alvina, my editor, calls it The Great Gatsby meets Stephen King.
Nice.
Sometimes I say 1920s Avengers. I'll just keep throwing all kinds of crazy. It's Winnie the Pooh with serial killers. Watch where you go in the 100-acre wood.
But I want to know where did the little seed? Where did it start for this one?
So the first thought was that I really wanted to write something supernatural. I wanted to write horror because I'm a horror freak. I grew up loving horror, and I really wanted to do something that I loved so much. And I love that sort of Joss Whedon feel when you're dealing with lots of different storylines. Sure. And it's sort of it's supernatural, but there's banter.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that was part of the thought. And at the same time, I had really thought that I wanted to dive back into doing historical fiction because I'm such a history geek. And the 1920s, as I said, is just such a rich period in time.
Right.
And New York City was where it was all happening.
When you do a lot of your events now, or the readers you hear from, and all the social networking that goes on, do you hear from a good majority of adults? Because this book is a great crossover for adult readers.
I do hear from a lot of adults, and I think a lot of times actually more adults come to the events because the teens are just they're so stressed out with school. They've got so much on them. It's been interesting to see more and more adults coming into the fold. And for years, people kind of poo-pooed young adult literature. And so it's nice to see that they are saying, hey, actually, there's some great storytelling happening in YA.
Libba, thank you so much. But it's always great to see you.
Thank you.
Congratulations
Great to see
on
you
The
too.
Diviners.
Thank
Can't
you
wait
very
for number
much.
2, so come back and see us.
All right, I'm going to get on it.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Becky. If you're interested in the full interview with Libba Bray, visit our website at nctv17.com for a list of airtimes.